there's a point at which sometimes the CEO goes into a new company and stands over the server rack with a can of root beer and says, oh, this is the server we need to protect. And they pour the root beer into the server. And then everybody gets the message, no, we're not kidding around. This is deadly serious and there is nothing sacred. Now, I believe that in large measure, that is the way that Elon is going to get everybody's attention. I understand the logic of it. I have tremendous admiration for many of the things he's doing, but you're watching something that is itself not transparent. This is not clearly what's going on. And a lot of the focus on money is actually a focus on getting a hold of the data.
Yeah, can I make
Matthew, final word to you.
Well, a bigger point, and I really want
Actually, I'll tell you what, final word will come to Ashley after Matthew. To be fair.
I wanted to make a point to Ashley. You seemed upset that I criticised something that Musk had said. I think a lot of what Musk has done in the States, working for Trump, is good. What he did in the private sector is good. But I'm willing to criticise him if I think I disagree with something that he has said. Ditto Donald Trump. I worry a great deal about what you might call unadulterated sycophancy, where people like Trump so much that they'll agree with anything that he says. I hope that a rational person is capable of disagreeing with Trump when he does something that is wrong. Like, for example, denying the result of the presidential election. And I hope you would be prepared to criticize Donald Trump and Elon Musk if you felt that it was a...
You know what they're going to say.
That's a lot of people are just fawning. That is not what a rational society does, if I may say.
Ashley, final word to you. Are you a sycophant toady to Donald Trump?
No, not at all. I have criticized both Trump and Elon Musk where it's due. I think a lot of this, Eric, maybe they should call you. I wonder why they haven't yet to talk about this. But I really think that they're doing a fantastic job. I don't think anyone's pouring root beer over the server racks here. And I think they're going to do a fantastic job at aggregating this data so that people can see exactly where the money's been going. I don't think...
She did actually. It was weird late last year when the whole H-1B was going out. She was one of the only, she might actually be the only large account. She never mentioned Elon by name. I believe this was December when the H-1B was going on. She never mentioned Elon by name, but she was against his position on censorship and I think the H-1B visa. And now we know it was probably because that bag wasn't secure. The child had been born for about 3 months at that time. And it seems like she didn't secure the bag yet and was kind of emotional. Maybe she has emotions, who knows? But looks like that played a role. Let me go.
So then why?
Let's check in on Luke Beasley and see how he's doing. One of our new, and that's Isabella Moody, friend of the show. I'm a big fan, is what that means. But let me go check in on, see how they're doing. If I can get it. Oh, it didn't go. Hold on.
Wrong.
This sucks.
So this is Isabella Moody and Luke Beasley.
Because I really do like doing the show. I even admitted that, which is something I've never admitted before, ever.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
I'm leaving.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Grudge, joined by, of course, Isabella Moody. And we're going to...
Just for the record, I like both of them. I like Luke Beasley.
Going to get right into it, but before the story that you wanted to talk about, a quick, exciting tease later on we're going to be doing, because this will be the last episode of the year of 2024, a top 10 for either of us.
Oh, this is older.
Of the most insane moments of each other's side.
Yeah, I'm so excited about.
Let me see. I'm going to go back to his channel. I just picked a random video, which I don't mind doing older ones, but that looked like a breakdown video. They did have some fights at the hockey. I saw those fights, actually. That was crazy. Canada versus U.S. There was 3 fights in like 9 seconds after they booed the national anthem. Let's hear him on the Mexican president.
Hostility between Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum and U.S. President Donald Trump is escalating. And this is really interesting. So they have Mexico, the Mexican government has a lawsuit that is being brought against U.S. guns manufacturers because 70+% of the guns that get into Mexico are from the U.S. because America, baby. And so what they're doing here is saying that in the wake of Trump saying that Mexican drug cartels are going to be classified as terrorist organizations, if that's the case, and these cartels are getting essentially all their guns from y'all, then we're going to expand the lawsuit, expand the charges in this lawsuit against the manufacturers, and really try to make a dent. So I'll give you more details on that in a second. But first, here's the clip of her explaining this. If you appreciate the show and you're not yet subscribed, please do. Very easy and free. I'll play it first. If you speak Spanish, you'll understand what she's saying. I dabble, I dabble. I tried in school. Didn't go particularly well, but then I'll go back and translate it for you just by reading the captions.
México tiene una demanda internacional contra fabricantes de armas y distribuidores de armas.
To clarify, if you're watching this, you can read the captions yourself. I'm just going to translate for our podcast listeners.
En Estados Unidos. Si llegaran a decretar a grupos de la delincuencia organizada como terroristas, pues tendríamos que ampliar la demanda en Estados Unidos. Porque entonces, como ya reconoció el propio Departamento de Justicia de Estados Unidos, que el 74% de las armas de los grupos delictivos vienen de Estados Unidos.
To quickly read what it is that she just said there for our podcast listeners, Mexico has an international lawsuit against arms manufacturers and arms distributors in the United States. If they were to declare organized crime groups as terrorists, then we would have to expand the lawsuit in the U.S. Because then, as the U.S. Department of Justice itself has already recognized that 74% of the weapons of criminal groups come from the United States. Then, how do the armor and the distributors look in the face of the decree? Perhaps, I don't know, the lawyers are looking onto this, but they might be accomplices. What we will never accept is interference, interventionism, and we'll always defend our sovereignty. What she's mentioning there is some people within MAGA, I think Trump's even talked about it, have talked about a military incursion into Mexico to take out the drug cartels or something. And so she's saying you can't just conduct a military operation in the country without our knowing.
Well, I don't know. Why not?
Without our permission.
I'm not necessarily supporting it. I'm not necessarily even against it or having a take on it. But yes, they can.